Today, I want to talk about One Piece. This is nothing new for anyone that knows me. But unfortunately, now it's your problem. So, you want to be a henchman. Good for you. You know, it's great to have a career path in mind. Lots of people don't, but that's the great thing about being free. You get to choose what terrible boss you want to serve. Whether it's a pirate, a god, or, I guess the government. Hi, I'm Tamara, and today we'll be comparing the antagonists of the One Piece franchise by how it would be to work for them. This is the first time I'm doing a video like this, so if this interests you, please stick around. I wanted to do something relevant to my interest in One Piece right now because it's really got me by the brain. It's really bad. Please forgive me if the visuals are a little light. I'm an audio person, and I'm trying to avoid strikes, but we'll see. So before I start, I'd be remiss in not crediting Brian David Gilbert's Best Soulsborne Boss video and kind of influencing this idea, but we're gonna go in a little bit of a different direction, but, you know, still, thanks for the inspiration. I thought it would be kind of a fun idea to think about this in the One Piece world because it's so vast, and the world building is pretty in-depth, which, to be honest, for how long it's been running, it should be expected. Plus, with the live-action series coming out soon, as of writing this, I'm a little excited, and pirates have kind of taken over my life. So, let's get on with it. First, how will we decide if an employer is good or bad? I've created a handy rubric that I will not be taking seriously at all, but feel free to play along at home. First off, survivability. How likely are they to kill you? What kind of danger are you generally in? It's nice to know an employer won't summarily execute you where you stand, but for some bosses, that's a lot to promise. The higher the survival rate, the better the score. Style. What's the uniform? Is it cool? Is there an aesthetic that you're expected to pick or follow, or can you pick your own? Can your individuality shine through? Next up, benefits. What do you get out of working for them? What's provided to you as a henchman? Is there any work-life balance, upward mobility, healthcare, anything like that? And lastly, stress. What is expected out of you? How are you monitored? What kind of punishment can you expect? Are there parties or events where you can relax? The lower the stress, the better the score. So with our rubric in mind, let's go generally in order of appearance. Please note there will be general spoilers for most arcs up to and including Wano. Obviously nothing specific aside from the antagonists, so just keep that in mind. I've left out a few minor or very early antagonists. I'm looking at you, Kuro. I think he's boring. Foxy too, sorry. We also won't be talking about movies or fillers. Then at the end, I'll pick up my best and worst picks for bosses. Starting in the East Blue, we have, of course, Buggy the Clown. Or Buggy the Clown. Depends who you ask. Buggy is a flashy guy, but he's mostly harmless. Survivability is pretty high for this one. Just don't talk about his nose. He is committed to a sense of style, which you're expected to follow, so dressing to follow the circus theme is kind of a must. Hope you like clowncore. There's lots of parties and fireworks, and overall, it's pretty low stress. 8 out of 10. Don Krieg. This guy sucks as a boss. He just sucks in general, but, as a boss too. He's vicious and violent with some nasty mood swings. Survivability is low. There's not really a cohesive style, but you do get a complimentary gas mask, which you'll need. You'll get to travel, but he's not really ready for the challenge, and if you join up with him, likely you're not either. 3 out of 10. Moving right along to Arlong. If you're a Fishman, you'll probably have a great time with him. You're away from home, but you're also away from the crappy district you were probably raised in. You don't have to worry about celestial dragons. If you're a human, sorry, he'll probably let you live if you're useful or for the right price. The good news, there's no uniform or aesthetic to follow aside from a tattoo. Just be yourself. These guys like to party and break stuff. If you're a human, this is going to be stressful, but fishmen might have a good time. 4 out of 10. And heading right into the Grand Line. As a member of Baroque Works, you'll be serving Sir Crocodile. He's got a pretty dry sense of humor, you could say. Jokes aside, he won't hesitate to kill you if you fail to do your job, so. Personal style is a deciding factor in upward mobility. All the best agents get a code name and better have some kind of shtick. It's all about camp here at BW. Commit to the bit. You'll probably be doing a lot of travel, but remember, you'll be getting a place in the boss's new nation if everything goes right. He definitely doesn't have any ulterior motives at all. As far as stress goes, there's some pretty strict surveillance, but only on the most important missions, and deviation is swiftly punished. Still, personal expression is encouraged. Diversity win. The man who is overthrowing a country doesn't mind if you're gender nonconforming. 7 out of 10. If you're more into a religious vibe or happen to live in the sky, why not follow God? God Enter, that is, or an L, depending on your translation. Survivability is not great, but you're in the sky. Maybe he'll let you on his cute little spaceship. No uniform, and you can dress how you like. And as far as benefits go, well, they'll shock you. But literally, he sees everything, so I hope you're devoted, or else. 2 out of 10. If you feel like being a government dog, a secret agent for the organization oppressing the world, working for the government, why not try Cypher? Then again, if you're not strong enough, they absolutely will kill you and blame pirates. You do get a snappy suit. You'll blend into the background unless you really stand out. Plus, you'll be helping the good guys. The good guys. Technically. Unfortunately, you may be working undercover or just nonstop. No work-life balance. 5 out of 10, mostly for the suit. If you work for Gecko Moria,
you're probably dead.
But hey, don't worry, it's not the end. He can just stuff a shadow in you and voila. In addition, there's a really strong gothic aesthetic to this crew, which is really fun. So you don't need to worry about following orders. You don't really have a choice. Just know you're not getting any salty snacks on the job. Sorry. But hey, you're dead. No stress. What's the worst that can happen when you're dead? 6 out of 10. Blackbeard's crew is full of heavy hitters, so if you're there, you can take care of yourself. No one's gonna help you if you can't. You probably don't have much to worry about, but there are powerful people that you're gonna have to deal with quite often. You can really be yourself because there's no roles. Let's go, anarchy! Your base is pretty neat, a whole island full of pirates and hot people, beer and parties. Just expect to get out when it gets risky. If you like a challenge and don't really have a moral code, this is the crew for you. It's not really stressful until really strong people show up, so 7 out of 10. All right, Odie Jones. Like Arlong, if you're a fishman, you'll probably have a better time, but if you're just a human, you're fodder. There's really no rules, just killing humans and traitors. So if you're mad at humans, you might really like this, but Odie has no reason to keep you alive, fishman or not, so very stressful. 2 out of 10. Caesar Clown on Punk Hazard had it good for a while. He had a number of subordinates and perhaps a few people in charge underneath him. He makes himself pretty available to his underlings, but he doesn't actually care. If he needs to prove a point, you're dead. There's also a terrible uniform, but it's probably best if you wear it, considering the gas manipulation ability. The benefits include free healthcare. Need prosthetics? He knows a guy. Be the centaur you've always wanted to be. Yes, he might kill you, but free? For the most part, it's a pretty stress-free workplace as long as you don't have problems doing dubious experiments. You'll never expect your beloved master to turn his back on you, and your death will hopefully be painless and quick. 4 out of 10. Now, Doflamingo, he has a whole island nation. He needs numbers. He probably won't kill you unless you're in the way, really. The uniform kind of sucks, but if you do stand out and rise up in the ranks, you can really do whatever you want. There's upward mobility that is very merit-based and access to all sorts of illicit things. It's typically stressful for a pirate lackey. Now you'll have a lot of responsibilities, but all the menial stuff is taken care of by those weird sentient toys. You may have used to have a bunkmate, but you can't really remember. 7 out of 10. Big Mom also has a kingdom, but hers is a series of islands. It's huge. You probably married in, so welcome to the family. She would never do anything to hurt her family. Also, she may ask for months of your life, which you weren't using anyway. She really values diversity here, wanting everyone to be able to live freely. But if you're in the family, you really should make sure your weird parts are covered up. The third eye, weird teeth. Weird. Why can't you just look normal? Anyway, since you married in, you know your spouse is likely powerful and there's tons of family nearby. There's free food, sustainable food-based buildings, and everything is singing. It's paradise. Just don't betray Mama and don't ask about all the mirrors everywhere and you'll be just fine. Enjoy working for an emperor. 8 out of 10. Perhaps you want to work for a specific nation, not necessarily the world government, but the kingdom of Germa is a hard place to espouse. If you're a clone or a servant, you're not guaranteed to live at all. There is no individuality, no self-expression. They travel often, so there's plenty of chances to escape, which is something. Extremely high stress all the time, but they may genetically modify you not to feel fear, so free healthcare, kind of? 1 out of 10. Kaido's got a huge crew and a lot of power. He's another man with a large territory. Still, he probably won't kill you unless you piss him off. You'll be doing a lot of not great stuff, so hope you have a loose relationship with ethics. I mean, if you're a pirate, that's probably true. Kaido's got a great employee campus with some fantastic amenities and events. He also may give you a specially engineered Zoan fruit, but watch out. Either way, there'll be a smile on your face. With all that, generally, you shouldn't have much to worry about. Just don't feed the boss's feral kid. 7 out of 10. So after reviewing all of that, let's decide the best and the worst of the crews or organizations to work for. At the bottom end of things, we have the Germa Kingdom. They'll make you sacrifice yourself, eliminate any trace of your personhood, and the only upside is the ability to get away on a mission, if you still have the will to leave. On the opposite end, the best person to work with, according to our limited data and rubric, is Big Mom. Big Mom's got a whole country of all kinds of people. You're not going to go hungry. There are buildings made of food and everything sings. Just, I hope you don't mind the mirrors and the life being sapped from you. I mean, at least she's upfront about it, because what is a job if not your life getting sucked away? The horrors of capitalism persist daily. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm deep back into One Piece right now, and I just wanted to make something silly to explore the world a little bit. Let me know if you liked it. I may make something similar in the future. So if you'd like to support me, I'm on Patreon. Thank you, and have a great day. See you next time. Kingdom of Germa is a... I keep saying Germa. I meant... They do this in the dub where they specifically say Germa, and I have to do that, otherwise I'm just going to think of Germa 95. I'm so sorry, Germa.